Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Richard and welcome back to another video. Today I want to take an in-depth look into TTD, or the Trade Desk Inc., which is a promising growth company and is my stock of the week. And basically what this company does is they help manage digital advertising campaigns using data-driven solutions. In this video, we'll go through the company's website, the products that it offers, its market share, then we'll head over to Marketsmith and talk about the fundamentals in depth, including earnings and sales growth, fund ownership, all of those important things. And then finally, to wrap up the video, we'll head into TC2000 and talk about technicals. So its recent consolidation, its price and volume action, its breakout this past Wednesday, and how I'm managing my current trade of this stock. So it's going to be a very interesting video, so make sure you leave a like down below if you do enjoy it. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe as well for more videos just like this every single week. But now let's head over to the website and talk about what this company actually does. So going through their website briefly, you can see that, as I said, they are an advertising company that focuses on using data analytics to help companies reach their target audience. And going through everything, it seems like they have a wide variety of products for TV, audio, mobile, native, and video advertising. And I like that they're diversified in all these different areas, which just helps their customers reach their target audience that much better. And overall, what caught my eye is that they do have their own artificial intelligence software called Koa, which basically helps sift through the data and really focus on that target audience. So it seems like this will help build their moat and kind of differentiate them from their competitors. And they also have their own enterprise API, which helps different companies really customize their ad campaign. And going through their website, you can see that they actually have an entire page dedicated to success stories, so previous ad campaigns. And scrolling down, one that really caught my eye was this one with Volkswagen. And taking a look at the results, you can see that 20% of converters were influenced by their connected TV ads. And this yielded a 21% higher conversion rate as opposed to kind of normal advertising methods. So that's a huge plus for the company. And that's really what keeps them coming back and attracts new customers. So I think that was very cool. And overall, from the website, it seems like this company is well positioned to really expand its market share. And speaking of market share, you can see that Todd Gordon of Ascent Wealth Partners in the CNBC article said that fundamentally, Trade Desk is well positioned to take advantage of the shift in digital advertising, especially on mobile devices. And also there's this article from The Motley Fool, which I'll link below, which kind of goes through the reasons why the Trade Desk will expand its market share. And there's definitely a lot of room for growth. Based on this page from Data Nyes, you can see that the market share currently is only 3.87%. So there's definitely a lot of room for growth. So now that we've talked about the website and the market share, let's talk about those key fundamentals that I look for in Marketsmith. So first things first, when I'm researching a new company, is I go down here and take a look at those earnings and sales reports from the previous quarters. And TTD has posted some great growth numbers, and earnings growth has actually been accelerating over the past 3 quarters, which is a great trend to see. And overall last quarter, earnings were up 84%, sales were up 33%, and after-tax margins were up as well 27%. So a very strong report. And taking a look at the annual estimates, you can see they are down 28% in 2020, probably due to a lot of companies having less money to spend on advertising. But for 2021, you can see it's right back up to 42% at 3.79 earnings per share. So this slight negative in 2020 doesn't really bother me. And overall, taking a look at the IBD ratings, you can see the EPS rating is a strong 99, the Group RS is an A-, the SMR rating is an A, accumulation distribution is a B+, and the overall composite rating is a very strong 99. And taking a look at the fund ownership, you can see a nice increasing trend. Although it was slightly higher in December 2019, it is still very strong growth over the past 2 years. And even more than the increasing number of funds, you can see a whole bunch of high quality funds having positions as well in the Trade Desk, which is great to see. So that's it for the fund ownership. And you can see it was recently in a stage 1 cup with handle. So it's early stage, which is great. And it also had a recent consolidation due to the COVID-19 crash. And we'll talk about the technicals a little bit more in TC2000. But lastly, I want to talk about a few fundamentals on the weekly side of things. And you can see that the up-down volume ratio was 1.6. That's fantastic. And the return on equity is a very strong 35%. That's fantastic, and that's exactly what you want to see. And lastly, taking a look at a few more quarters of history for earnings and sales, you can see once again, very strong earnings and sales growth overall. So now that we've talked about those key fundamentals for CAN-SLIM, let's go ahead and talk about the technicals in TT2000. So first off, as always, I like to check out the monthly chart of any new stock that I'm looking at, and I want to see this exact same thing, this overall uptrend that TTD is a perfect example of. And overall, you can see that really since way back in 7/31 of 2019, it hasn't moved that much. And this is great. You want to see overall consolidation. And during that time, it's only up about 28.5%. So this small breakout that it's just had could be the start of another sustained uptrend like it had in 2018. So that's the thing that I look for. And now we can go to a daily chart and talk about the overall volume and price action and try to find those entries. So overall, as you can see, it just had a deep consolidation pattern after the COVID-19 crash and has been really tight recently the last couple weeks. And if we actually go to a weekly chart, you can see this a little bit clearer. You can see it moved up sharply after the bottom, and then you've got 5 weeks in a row where the closes are very tight, and just now you see some movement upwards this week. So going back to a daily chart, you can see also that there's a lot of signs of institutional accumulation during this tight area. And the first one that really stands out to me is this day, where you had a big gap down, but then a strong rally into the close, and it almost finished right near the previous day's close. And this kind of shakes out all the weak holders who bought right here as it was trying to make its way into new all-time highs, and instead kind of transfers those shares over to institutions who are in it for the long haul. And another example of this is on this day, on the 27th, where a lot of growth stocks kind of had this similar pattern where you had a huge shakeout, a break below the lower Bollinger Band and 30-day moving average, and then a strong rally towards the end of the day. And once again, this shakes out the shares of those weak holders and transfers those to long-term investors and institutions. And then you have a couple more footprints of institutional buying, like on this day where it finished right near the high on above average volume. You had the setup day on above average volume, and then finally the breakout on 3.8 million shares when the average is 2.2. So this is not normal retail buying. This is institutions adding to their positions. And then today it was down 5%, but I'm not worried yet because this is kind of normal after a big breakout. You need some consolidation to shake out those day traders, and hopefully it forms some more kind of inside days and then once again starts moving up strongly. But if it does fall back into this base, I will be quick to sell shares because that is a sign of weakness. The strongest stocks never revisit their pivots, and hopefully TTD doesn't as well. So that's how I'm managing my position because I did buy on this breakout, and I will look to add if it breaks above this previous high at 356. But if you did miss this initial breakout, I would say don't worry too much, because if this is the start of a new longer term uptrend, there will be other bases to buy your initial position and better low risk entries. So that is my analysis of TTD, both fundamental and technical. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please remember to leave a like down below, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in future videos.